up, y'all? This is your boy Reggie Casual from thecasual.co, and I want to talk about something that, a lot of us actually, we never really bring up this debate, but seeing as, I'm coming to you from Tokyo, I think it's my business. Don't think of me. I'm gonna drink this. Don't make any assumptions about me. This is just good water. Going that Marco Rubio on you right there. Alright, so this has been, so this has been on my mind for a second. So, Western or Japanese streetwear? Okay, Western or Japanese streetwear? That's the big question, right? We really don't talk about it. Now, there's a lot of people who would just not even think about it. They'll just be like, yo, Japanese streetwear all the way, right? Japanese streetwear, whatever. But there's a different kind of way that the Japanese people see street culture and streetwear than what Americans see as streetwear. So primarily in the States, right? Because I'm from Los Angeles, but I've been kind of everywhere in the United States. I've been to New York, I've lived in Atlanta, I've lived in DC. So I've been to a lot of places. Pops was in the Navy, what can I say? But, after living in Los Angeles for an extended period, and after living in Atlanta, and after being in New York, I kind of noticed one thing is that Western streetwear is predominantly run by celebrity, right? Celebrity is huge in the West. So whatever a celebrity is wearing is kind of what is the trend. So like take Kanye West for example. Everybody wants to get with what Kanye West is wearing because GQ, most stylish man of the year, you know what I'm saying? So it's largely, the West is largely driven by celebrity. I've seen a lot of people, whether it's on Instagram or whether it's on YouTube or some of your favorite websites, they're all really just copycats of the same kind of style, that little Jerry Lorenzo fear of God kind of style. You can just see it. More and more people are trying to dress a particular way. It's kind of like it's an extension of normcore and grunge, and now it's kind of combined into one thing. And I think that it's okay to wear clothes like that. I don't care, wear what you want. Like, who cares? But just to see that how like the West is largely driven by celebrity is something that you have to consider, considering that everybody wants to dress. Even like some of the clothing lines that come out now are primarily using the same silhouettes as maybe like a Kanye collection, or like the long drapey silhouettes that a lot of cats are doing, that were doing last year. This year it's all about extending that kind of style. Over here in the East, over here in Tokyo, it's a little bit different. You don't see a lot of the same kind of like drapey styles and stuff like that. I mean, I'm out all the time in Tokyo, and what I see most often in Tokyo is a sense of just putting things together, a sense of texture, a sense of what's being worn, a sense of exclusivity. But also Japan is largely about trends too. The only difference is that in Japan it's a very mobile society, not in terms of like using your phone or whatnot. They do use a lot of phones over here, but in terms of they're walking all the time, so you're always showing what you're wearing, so everybody is really conscious of what they wear. One thing that the Japanese do is, and this is not to say that they're better or worse, is that when a Japanese person kind of picks a lifestyle to follow, they kind of follow that. They follow that lifestyle to a T. So if they're all about sneakers, or if they're all about street culture, if they're all about skating, they kind of follow that to a T, and they try to replicate that to the best of their ability. And in some ways, Japanese people are really good at it. In some ways, they often do it better. And that's why you have a lot of streetwear brands in Japan who kind of hit the nail on the head when it comes to street fashion so well, because they kind of understand how exclusive it can be, juxtaposed to in the West, where we don't always think about quality. We always think about push, get the celebrity in it, and then we make the brand that we want to make. But in Japan, it's all about the craft, it's all about the detail. In the West, we're more about like, yo, just push it out there, you're gonna make my brand, this jug is gonna be so dope, I got some dope designs. Where in Japan, it's like, yo, it's it's this philosophy they call monozukuri. Monozukuri is like make things, but really it means like to go over and to do things over and over and over and over again until you have the product that you actually want to make. Something that I talk about when I talk about like how to create your clothing line. A lot of the philosophy of how I think you should actually make a brand comes from Japan. This monozukuri. Continue to redraft until you have the perfect, the perfect display of actually what you want. So that's what like the Japanese kind of do. Like that's their thing, is just to keep on like to perfect that. So that's why you have a lot of brands in Japan that are extremely expensive. I mean, you got Undercover, you got Cap Imp, you got Vismum. You go shopping in Japan, it is extremely expensive to buy the clothes that you. I mean, of course they got the standards like H&M. The Gap, they got all that stuff here, but you won't be, you shouldn't be surprised if you go into a boutique and something's like $200, $300, $400 on average. So that's something that you can see in America, given if you go to specific cities, but it's in Japan because it's such a mobile society. You see so many shops. I mean, you just take a trip down, even any of you guys who have ever been to Japan, you take a trip down to Omotesando, or if you go to Harajuku, like you go to these places, there are shops literally everywhere with very, 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 very exclusive brands and very, very pricey brands. And the Japanese actually do a wonderful job of curating all these styles. And you see a brand, just like in America, you see a new brand pop up like every other day, and their stuff is expensive. You may have never heard of them. So I think just to put the debate into more flux, I don't think I really even solved anything, but just to put the debate into more flux, into more, so we could talk about it in a constructive way. Japan is more about this monozukuri, like this making things until they're right. In the States, because of just the celebrity aspect of it, we follow celebrities. So I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing, or in my mind it makes a person feel a certain way about themselves, like, yo, I'm wearing the same thing that Kanye West or Pharrell is wearing, but that to each his own. Wear what you want, right? So all I'm saying is that whatever style you take, this is just from a book from the homie Jeff Staple. Own it. Own it. Don't pretend that you like it. If you like it, just wear it. I mean, it doesn't matter. Excuse me, I'm burping on a little bit. But yeah, check it. You can hit up more. We can have more conversations like this. I'd like to see what your comments are, your questions, whatever. Just put them in the comment box. And follow me on Instagram, and follow Tokyo Public on Instagram as well. tyopublic.co is the website where we curate brands and we do a proxy service, basically a personal shopping service for any brand that you kind of want here in Japan. So I keep on saying that after every video, but it's so important because I know a lot of you want to get connected with some brands out here and make sure that the sizes are right or whatever, whether you want Neighborhood or Vismum or whatever kind of brand that you want. You can go ahead and hit us up at tyopublic.co, as well as me, thecasual.co, and follow us on all our networks. We do a lot of prizes and stuff like that. But I want to hear your comments. I want to know what you think about the difference between Japanese streetwear and Western streetwear and just the culture in general, because I kind of put my spin on it, but I want to hear from you. So let's have a conversation. Hit me up in the comments, on Twitter, whatever, on the website. Just follow up. And of course, akai buttonを押してくださいませ. Push that red button. Keep it casual.